Most people think the first step to landing a day job is cramming SQL or Python, but that's why many end up stuck in this application black hole where they don't hear anything back. The first real step, in my opinion, is going to be using AI to reverse engineer your job market in seconds or minutes so that you know exactly what skills, tools, and projects and companies will actually get you interviews. This will also drive your strategy so that you can know who to network with, what the requirements exactly are, so that you can tailor yourself and the knowledge that you have to gain so that you can become a better candidate. And as I started coaching more and more students, especially inside our new community, our Get a Data Job Accelerator, we've seen how important this is. Some people have discovered that the local job market doesn't have as many opportunities as they thought. And then others have seen that the requirements that they initially thought they're going to have to do more. So, knowing this, you can start to adjust how you learn, how you network, and what you need to do to land a data job faster. So, it's knowing how to match your skills to the opportunities at hand or how to change your circumstances so that you can get a job faster. And most people don't do this until they're actually looking for a job. So, it's important to do this early. In this video, I'll walk you through the exact process and some simple AI prompts to help you shortcut months of guesswork to finally stand out. My name is Jeff. I've been in data for over 13 years, helped coach friends, coworkers, and now students on how to land jobs in analytics. So if you're serious about getting hired faster, hit that subscribe button now because I share weekly actionable strategies that work in this tough job environment. Because if your resume is too broad or your projects are all over the place, you just end up looking like every other bootcamp grad, person who's done tutorials online, and everyone else applying for these competitive spots. And this is something I've been helping my students fix inside the accelerator. And it's one of the biggest changes that we've made recently. Because previously, I talked about creating a T-shaped portfolio where you create a broad portfolio that will match all of the different job markets and job available. And then you do the niche project. But I changed this after looking at so many resumes and then working with different people, is that you can still do a T-shaped portfolio, but have it be broad across your industry and then have the niche project, more focused niche project, but you're going to do that one first before you do the broad projects. And also the broad projects, you usually can pull those from the courses that you're already doing from Data Camp, from Coursera. You can just put those inside, but you want to have a strong niche project because after reviewing a bunch of resumes inside the current job market, a lot of it just looks the same. So you need something to stand out. This is important because this is going to give you direction for your strategy. You're not just building random projects anymore. It makes your portfolio look like it belongs in that company and is catered to the problems that they need you to solve. It also helps you stand out, especially if you're switching from another industry or you're completely new as a student because you already understand their problems or you have the potential to because you're more catered towards that industry. So here's how I would do this simply with AI. Step one is going to be finding jobs in your area. Go to LinkedIn, Glassdoor, Indeed, and then anything else that's relevant in your local job market. Search for data analyst, business analyst, reporting analyst, or any other equivalent analyst role, and then filter for entry level for your local area. You can also add in remote roles, but I wouldn't focus on remote roles because they're highly competitive and hard to get into from an entry level person. So what you want to do now is pick 20 to 50 potential job openings if you have it available in your area and whatever seems realistic within your time frame for where you're at. Step two, you want to feed these job descriptions into ChatGPT, Gemini, or any other AI chatbot. Here's the prompt that you can use. Analyze these job descriptions for entry-level analyst roles. Summarize the top industries, tools, KPIs, and business problems mentioned. Group by industry if possible. So here, this is going to give you real data, and then you're going to see how many percent of these jobs are asking for Power BI, SQL. Are they actually asking for Python? How many of them come from healthcare, fintech? And then now you're going to know of the potential industries that you can focus on and what interests you the most based on the demand in your local market. And if your demand in the local market doesn't match what you need, then you have a few options. You might have to move. You might have to go to an area that has better opportunities, or you might have to think more creatively in different job roles that may be outside of analytics, but you can introduce your job skills in. and then be able to affect the role and be able to build in a data analyst position. That's a little bit more complex, but if you're trying to get experience in any way that you can also think of it in that way. Next is step 3, you're going to choose one industry with volume. If healthcare jobs dominate your region, then you could start there if it interests you. If it's logistics or financial services, then you can pick that. You're not locked into it forever, but picking a focus right now is going to make it easier for you to scope your business, your portfolio project, to make it more relevant, and then your overall portfolio as a whole. And then you'll be able to write a resume that sounds intentional and catered to the job posting. You're also going to be able to speak to real business problems with credibility, and you're going to be more likely to be brought in for an interview. Now, I don't want to overcomplicate this because I just want to make this a simple step, but this is going to give you a reality of your local job market and then how you should proceed from here. Because oftentimes people will have this perception of their job market, but then when it comes to the reality of what they need to do or what's expected, then you have to change your strategy. Then you're going to build your strategy from here. In a future video, I'll talk about all the different strategies and your approaches. This is exactly what I'm doing with the students inside Get a Data Job Accelerator. And if you want to have help in building a clear and personalized plan like this, I'm still accepting founding members for our first 20 to build an awesome community. So link is in the description. Apply if that interests you. Now that you know what the market wants, next step is building a portfolio project that shows you can solve real problems. So watch this next, which is going to be catering and designing the perfect portfolio plan for the jobs in your market. So watch this next.